Clap, clap, clap. Hello. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I am a college student in computer science, and I want to record and kind of chronicle all the projects that I'll be doing. These are like personal projects, not homework or anything. It's just kind of stuff that I want to do, and I want to show the world that I can do. So yeah, um, I usually code in Linux, but my Linux device is not very good at recording in general. Like it's pretty underpowered. So we're gonna work with Visual Studio Code and struggle through it a little bit, as well as Windows. So what I want to do today, or for the next couple of days, is a chess game. More importantly, a terminal chess game. Actually, let's just put this at the beginning then. Terminal chess game. Present you guys with some ideas of how this is going to work. I'm going to have a game board, which is going to be uh, a structure, right? It's going to have an 8x8, so kind of like a, and yeah, we'll talk about it as we go along. For now, let's just get sharp include IOStream using names. I can never type space. Standard. Now, when I first started coding, I thought it was the funniest thing that STD was short for standard, but just goes to show how childish I was. And let's set up a configure tasks, I think. Yes. Okay. Not exactly what I want. Let's get rid of all this in the middle. I don't want type for sure. I don't want any of this. Let me get rid of it. Let's start off with label and call this build chess game. Then I forget what the next thing we have to do is. I think it's type. I don't even know if there is an order to do this in. I'm just assuming that there isn't. Command G++. And let's get the arguments in. So dash gene dash O2 dash it's W extra dash W all dash W. I don't exactly remember. Let me look it up because there's a bunch of compiler flags that I've been told are good for practice to put. W error. And then we're just gonna put the, you know, and that should handle all our little tricky stuff. And then if we want to run it, whenever we hit Control Shift and B, we go terminal, configure default build task, and build chess game. And it just adds this onto it, which is really nice. You could type it, but if it landed automatically, fatal error, no input files. I am the dumbest man on earth. Oh my god. Legitimately, how did I? Okay. All right. Well, let's start this, shall we? I want to create inside main a game cell type, right? And it's gonna have the game state, let's call it. and I'm so dumb. Uns unsigned int. I hate IntelliSense sometimes. Game piece. Actually, let's just call it piece and state. And we want to build a array around this. Game cell T game board. 8 by 8 of this son of a gun. Do you compile? Oh yeah, unused variable, my favorite. Though that gets really annoying when you're making big projects and you know you're gonna need stuff and you just write it. All right. So let's do a void print game pieces. Takes in a game cell type. 8 8 and a void print game state. Okay. So these are just some debug functions that I think would be kind of nice to have. It should be easy enough to implement. I know that voids don't have to return anything, but that doesn't mean that good practice. Talking about good practice. Plus y. I always get these x and y's confused, so we might be looking at a little mess up here. See out. This is a game board. X and y dot state and a little comma there. I'm gonna see out an end line here to make sure that works, and we're gonna be doing literally the exact same thing here, except no wait. Why did I do that? Okay, give me a sec. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Oh yeah, because I forgot to put this in. And you're not gonna be state, you're gonna be piece. Print game. Oh. Your why does it do that sometimes? Your piece, your state. Okie doke. Print game piece with game board. See out end line. Print game state with game board. Please compile. Yippee. Now if you are running that C++. Oh. I was doing some testing before. Well, testing with OBS, man. I should have been better about it. But pretty much, I have a 4K display. Oh my god, what? The forbidden. Okay, so far, so it's about what we'd expect to be in here, right? These are both unsigned integers. Okay, I think it'd be better if we, let's do the modern C++ initialization. I think it'd be better if we do that. Okay, then that we have two big old grumps. I was doing some testing for OBS and I had to throw away like 30 minutes worth of footage. It really grinded my gears and I hate when that happens. But I think I'll do better this time around. So my idea is that piece will equal like, let's say one's a pawn, then two's a, let's just do knight, then 3 is a bishop, 4 is a rook, 5 is a queen, 6 is a king. And I want the general idea of this to look like such. It goes with rook, knight, bishop, queen, king, bishop, knight, rook. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pawns. Wait, where'd I go? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that makes sense, right? Because then now there's 4. Abort. Do not abort. Do not abort. And then oh, copy that. So that's what I want it to look like, right? So the zeros will be nothing, the ones will be pawns, the two will be knights, and so on and so forth. Because it's going to be completely in the terminal. I'm going to have to stick to this. I don't think Windows has a Unix terminal, so I can't put those special characters, because I know there are special characters for all the chess pieces. Unless I was to redo this in Linux, but I have no way of recording it without spending money on freaking um, it's like one of those adapters so that you can just like steal the the video input from an HDMI cable. Okay, so we have our debug states. We got this. Let's make a void initialize. Void. Now I'm making these all void. And oh, what? For a for integer y equals 0. I think you can do the. Oh, I don't know why one would go about doing it, but cool. 0, x is less than 8. Plus x. Now this is what it means, not a tutorial to do this. So let's get on it. I think the simplest one to do right now would be the second version of this board, which would look something like this. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and then all of these will be ones, or whatever we actually. Let's make them. Let's make these bottom ones ones, and let's make these top ones 2. So this is the state board. So 2 will denote that it's black. 1 will denote that it's white, and 0 will denote that it is empty. I think these are the 2 really important parts to make this whole game work. You need to know what kind of piece it is, and well, if it's a piece, and if it is a piece, is it black or is it white? And this should be the easiest one, right? So long as y is less than 2 and greater than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, less than 2, greater than 5. If y is less than 2, game board x, y dot state equals 2. Else if y is greater than, what do we say? 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Game board of x and y dot state equals 5. Right? So now if we initialize board and then print, run that main. Oh, why did I put 5? Okay, I caught myself being a little silly Billy. 2, 1, 4 zeros in the middle. Yeah, cool. So we've initialized the state port correctly. And again, this is not a tutorial. I'm not trying to teach you guys how to do it. Uh, I'm open to criticism. So if there's someone who's watching this video that's like, been coding all their life, point stuff out that I do wrong because I really want to learn how to do this better. I feel like there's a lot of videos on the internet of how to code. Not a lot of videos on the internet of like people learning how to code. But yeah, and then this is going to be the harder part. This could be easy because we have a whole row of ones. So let's take advantage of that whole row of ones, right? If y equals 1, game board x y dot piece equals 1. Or, right? That's the or one, or that's the, no, yeah. Y equals 6. If y is 1 or if y is 6. Compile it and run. See if I was right or not. Yep, them's the pawns, aren't they? And for all these ones, I think I have to put them in manual. I mean, maybe a for loop could do it, but heck, let's just put them in manually for now. So, initializing rooks, because I think let's go in order, right? Let's go rook, knight, bishop, queen, king, and like from left to right. So, game board of x, y, dot, piece. Why? Oh, because I am being very dumb. 0, 0, dot piece equals, I thought rook's a 4. Alright, we're just going to copy this over and paste it in. Now it's at every extremity, which means we need all the combinations of these. As long as rook is a 4. Yeah, it is. So let's compile. Yep, put it at the 4 corners. Starting to look more and more like what we wanted to. Now let's go knights. That over, but I think a knight is a 2 here. Yeah. And we have to find the right location. So 1, 0, right? And then, oh man. Okay. 1, 0, and then 6, 0. If I'm not mistaken. Then it becomes 1, 7, and 6, 7. Don't quote me on it. I don't care about. Okay, whatever. Hey, I got it right. Now bishops are 3s. So it's 1 down from them. So it's 2, 0. And then 1 behind it would be 5, 0. And it becomes 2, 7. And then 5, 7. Execute. Looks about right. And I don't like exactly how this is looking. I want to put a space in between these because it's getting a little bit eye strainy. Cool. 42300 324. 42300. Okay. And then the king and the queen are easy because queen, king, 4 0 0 dot piece equals 5. I don't know why I'm copying it over, but it's one down. So 3 0, and I believe it's 3 7 as well. And heck, if we're already here, we might as well do this. This is 4 0 and 4 7. Oh, no, 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 no. Whoa. 4 2 3 5 6 3 2 4. 4 2 3 5 6 3 2 4. Yippee! So we have initialized the boards to the initial values of chests, plus the hidden values of chests that, if you just look at the pieces. So I think that's a good point to start off at, honestly. It might not be the system that we end up using in the end, but I like how it's turning out. Our next really big steps is going to be to actually print it looking decent to the board. And yeah, I mean, we've already printed it to the board. We're halfway there. But I think we are doing pretty well. And this was a 20-minute video. So I hope OBS is working. Excuse some of the quality issues that I've been having with this thing. It is hard to get just to understand. I'm not the most tech savvy when it comes to video and coding and stuff. So I kind of struggle with that. But yeah, I know YouTube does its own little compression. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you tune in next time.